Part 2, I accidentally hit the off button. I don't know how to piece them together yet. More probably under that. Says the tightest room in here. Cool stalactite. Yeah, I remember a lot more of it when I come here in school. Probably 30 years ago. There was a lot more of it. Yeah, he scared me when I come through here a minute ago. Get back in there. Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, I'm coming on. I got to look now. See if I bounce my head, I think there's one.
A good flow of water.
Keep to the right side, guys.
We're gonna stay right here.
Side. All right. Now, all keep to the right side. All right. Perfect. All right. Good. All right.
He said that right there was quartz with iron in it. You can see it. Pretty neat.
Alright, there we go. Alright, so basically this is where two of our largest formations coincide. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about the one right here to the left side. Now right here is actually our largest stalactite. And that is something that we call, guess what? The reason why we call that is because it's been called many different names. For giant pickle, giant cucumber, cactus, alien egg, I even heard, Slimer from Ghostbusters, Squidward from SpongeBob, I even heard giant dinosaur whiskers. I've heard it all. All are you like. That is our largest stalactite. Yes, really. Now, if we move our eyes from the left side and then all the way to the right side, you'll actually see right over here, this is the largest flowstone deposit we have in what we call frozen Niagara. The reason why I call it that is because we move like powders and eggs, kind of gives it that kind of waterfall texture, kind of like Niagara Falls. But you're probably also wondering, why does everything look so green in here? Well, that's actually all because of algae and our lighting fixtures. The 3 lighting fixtures we have in here, like here, here, and even one right over here that y'all can't see. But basically, these 3 lighting fixtures actually make the algae more susceptible to grow. And pretty much all this algae that you're seeing here is pretty much all the algae that has grown over time when we open up and turn on these lights and leave these lights on for about 8 to 9 hours a day. So that is pretty much all the algae that has grown over the years. But that's pretty much everything about 2 of these largest formations that we do have in the caverns. But that's pretty much everything here. So we're going to go ahead and move on to set for right now because we do have a group doing something right now. Now, I do want to say, if you want to ask any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll answer them. Don't know exactly an exact estimation of how fat, how long it takes for these stalactites to. Yay! It looks like they're done.
You look at Mama too.
And we're actually going to go ahead and
All right. Oh, watch your
Said there's algae growing on it. You aren't allowed to touch stuff. Algae from the lights. Said the reason that they broke off is floodwater come in here and hit them. I had to chisel some of it out to get through.
The lights are on. The lights are on. Lights are on.
Said there's 650 foot that won't open to the public. Big old hole.
these pipes in the roof. Actually, I'm not. Alright. Today we're blocking the exit of the water, putting the cave. Alright. Now, can everybody just kind of squeeze up here for me, please? We have a group right in front of us. We're gonna get this.
I wonder what the switches do. Throw the lights off? I couldn't hear him.
Anybody shorter, you can. Yeah, just squat. Yeah, basically there's a staircase through here. Alright, so basically everybody can keep their backs near the right side for me. Everybody can keep their backs near the right side, squeeze in. You're gonna all have to squeeze in through here.
Squeeze on up, Dave.
Alright, everybody squeeze in.
Still got a little bit more. You going up a little? You going up a little?
And this is something that we call a drip pool. Pretty self-explanatory. Water drips and makes these pools of water that you can see right here. You're also going to see some popcorn ground beef looking areas, and that is actually what we call our cave coral. And then you're going to see some snake-like formations around the cave coral on this drip pool, and that's what we call our rimstone. And then also on the right side, you're going to see a good example of a stalagmite and a stalactite. These stalactites and stalagmites can come together to make a pillar or column over time, but like I said, it's probably going to take a really long time for these two to actually grow together. Now, also right in between the stalactites and stalagmites, you'll actually see some grayish, blackish looking areas. You'll even see it right here in the middle for the people in the front that can see. But basically, these grayish, blackish patches, that is actually what we call our magnesium. Then, as we go and move along, we're just going to move my flashlight, and you just follow it along, because as you move to the center, you'll actually see, as you're going all the way up here, you'll see these very thick, dark green rocks on the top left side of the Gilkey room. And that's actually what we call our zinc. Now, don't get fooled for algae. The algae is your darker greens. Or your lighter greens, but the dark greens right here on the top left side, that is your zinc. Now, if you move your eyes from the top left side from zinc, you'll actually move to the top left side to the top right. You'll actually see our last three minerals. Now, you're going to see a majority of white, and the majority of white is actually what we call our calcite or calcium. On the left side, you'll actually see a good example of iron oxide. These little orange stripes right here. You'll also see right at the very end of the right side on the top right, you'll actually see a very dark color rock, almost dark bluish, and that is our vein of cobalt, and that's the only vein of cobalt that we have found in the caverns, and that's pretty much everything that is in the Gilkey room. But I'm going to go ahead and move on so everybody can be able to see through here, so I'm going to go ahead and go through this way. Watch your step, guys, as you go down the staircase. It is a little bit slippery.
I think we go like through, right?
Yeah, you get a chance to see it.
I don't know, I believe it's gonna make a circle. Maybe.
Just pull. There's the blue cobalt and the stripes. Now, what was we talking about the joining?
Oh, this is stalactite and stalagmite. Correct, Linda?
Yeah.
Doesn't that look like bubbles?
It does.
That happy?
I got it.
You got it? Can you see?
Off on left. Little altitude, didn't I?
A neat one. Neat little vein of stuff. Cool what it looks like on the inside. Do not touch.
Make sure everybody is down. We're about to do a demonstration of what we call total darkness, which is basically the complete absence of light. So feel free to get next to a loved one before we get started here. Now, there's a couple of doors that we need to talk about before we get started. Please make sure you stand still as we're doing this demonstration, because I don't want anybody to hit their head or actually trip and fall on each other. So please stand still as we're doing this demonstration. Also, if you want to hold on to a loved one, please make sure you hold on to them before we get started, because
Grab somebody else.
Also, please make sure all smart devices such as smartphones, smartwatches, or anything that glows in the dark, please make sure you turn them off or at least conceal them. Also, if you have light-up shoes, just stand still or follow the first rule. I'm pretty sure nobody has any of those light-up shoes. That's pretty much everything that we have here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this switch only, because now I'm going to be seeing this little lantern. Everybody can just hold their hand just like this for me. If you want to wiggle your fingers or wave your hands.
I'll conceal the phone a minute.
Now you see your hands, and now you don't. called the abyssal zone. So I think we picked the better of the two. Now, if he stayed in this type of darkness for about 3 to 4 months, he would actually gain total blindness. You'd basically be completely blind for the rest of your life. But also, if you stay in this type of darkness for even about just 2 to 4 weeks, you would actually start hallucinating and you would go mentally insane. So, can anybody raise their hand for me to turn on lights?
Yeah.
Where was you at when the lights went out? In the dark.
Alright, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on these lights. Alright, I'm gonna turn them on in 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Do you need a light?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
It's a little happy.
I think I had him in the dark.
Yeah. Lay down and crawl. Yeah, the chain. Pretty cool little walkthrough.
Yeah, I think I had him.
Follow the water.
What if it comes an earthquake while we're down here?
Well, try it still, Felix.
Alright, now, we can all keep to the right side. So everybody can keep to the right side for me, please. Everybody keep to the right side. Alright. I think you should be good to come on through.
And then
That
just
should-
watch out for your head right here.
There you go, guys.
Excuse us, everybody.
On our way back out of here. On our way back out of here. Low clearance.
No, we didn't begin.
Watch your heads. Maybe time though. You wanna walk with Mama or you guys?
Purdy.
Sit you down? Alright. Here we go.
Said it's the biggest one in the cave. Yeah. Man, stay back in there.
Also, Mama was baby, I would have been living a nightmare. I'm already like, I'm so nervous he's out there with me. Alright, we're gonna pass this through.
That little flow of water. Dad hit his head again. Purdy.
Oh boy.
Get back in there with a crack.
Oh baby, is the cave. You're so right, Felix.
Go up.
I'm a little scared. We stay with you, Felix.
Mm-hmm. That's a little tight room.
This way. I think this is the way out.
I remember there been a lot more of it about 30 years ago. But I may be wrong.
Oh yeah, this is the way we came in. Do you remember this? The fire pit?
Now, I can go to this way where you keep to the right side. You can all keep to the right side and you can keep to the right side, guys. Hands to this way.
Cool. I don't know if it's stalactites or if it's metal.
Alright. Let's see if we can see it again. Okay?
Looks like there's everybody that is here. I think I say stay, you guys are coming out for you guys. I also have a lot of fun. You guys really enjoyed it. Now, I really hope you at least learn something from this. Now, if you have any questions after heading on out, please feel free to ask. I'll answer them in my best of my ability. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you'll have some wonderful rest of your summer. You also have safe travel. You also have a wonderful day. Thank you guys.
Full of mud in there. Neat.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that algae is very interesting. I like it. Yeah. Even sometimes you see some moss on the ground, some people like this. So it's really, I like that. But I like that. We're gonna go ahead and start heading on out. But as you do, please follow me. If you have any questions
A drill hole. That's neat. Mud seeping down. No, that's the color of the rock. I'll lag back so I can record a little bit. Light bulb. Looks like a big bear claws. Cool little rock. And that's all, folks.